evening, race fans! Welcome back into another edition of the NSRL here for the regular season finale for the Tuesday Night Truck Gang, race 18 of 25. Here as always with my co-commentator, Art. How we doing tonight?
I'm really excited. We get to set the lineup. Playoffs start. I don't think next week. I think we got to play a week off. But still,
We get the week off to,
like
to contemplate everything, but here for tonight's eero 250 at Richmond. Race information is as follows. 2 laps of qualifying for the 250 lap main event. Stage 1 at the conclusion of lap 70. Stage 1 at the end of lap 70. Stage 2 at the end of lap 143. Green, white checkers. 5 total tire sets. An estimated fuel run anywhere from 98 to 106 laps. And 0 fast repairs as always for these drivers. So I'll firstly address this. I got contact with Chris Claude, our glorious league owner, over the week, and he did have a clarification for me. So I'll bring up the championship standing as qualifying is about to get underway. But we'll go ahead and set the show for the regular season finale. So we'll have it. You got Hunter Kent, your regular season champion, also locked in with a win. Mike McConville locked in with a win. Brandon Minto locked in with a win. Jeremy Paris locked in with a win. That is 4. Bennett Allen is 5 with a win. Tommy Gossett, all he has to do is take the green flag tonight, and he will be locked in. He is in the session, as tonight would be his 9th race out of 18. So he meets the eligibility there for participation. And then we go down to the next page. And you see there Will Young, that is number 7, locked in with wins. Joseph Lester is in the top 30. So I had it backwards. It was top 30. I went back and looked. It's top 30 for the points. But it was 50% of races in the regular season. So unfortunately, Joseph Lester is 1 race short for playoff eligibility. He did tell us something along the lines of that last week. As is Thomas Lloyd. He's only participated in 7 races, not here tonight. It only would have been 8 out of 19. So he is not eligible. All that being said, we had all the drama last week with the Will Young trying to get in and whatnot, trying to knock Lafrene out. Lafrene back in safe. He is, to set the story for tonight, he is 55 points ahead of Rich Jett for that final spot. So you got Hunter Kent, Mike McConville, Brandon Minto, Jeremy Paris, Bennett Allen, Tommy Gossett, and Will Young locked in on wins and obviously their participation. And then Tane Hodison, Daniel Moynihan, and Gabriel Lafrene going to be locked in on points more than likely. Rich Jett going to need a Hail Mary here tonight. Or, as always, if somebody else wins, if it's not the Tommy Gossett, Mike McConville, Hunter Kent show, if somebody else wins that is below effectively 6th in points, then that, assuming they've run 50% of the regular season races, that shakes it up all again. Then Gabriel Lafrene is a wide margin behind Daniel Moynihan. So if you're the 06 machine, you do not want a new winner unless it's you. Everybody else, 7th on back without a win. Gonna need the win to get in tonight at Richmond. So that is the state of play, I guess you would say, for tonight.
I will say it is very wild to not have the winningest driver so far on the year just not show up anymore.
Just won his 4 races. He ran 7 races, 7 top 5s, and 4 wins. And then he just wasn't able to make the second half of the regular season. And so his spot goes out. And then Tommy Gossett, all he's got to do is start. And he'll be in the playoff field. If he doesn't, if for some reason, if an internet went out or something terrible happened, then he's right there. No, I'm just saying, I'm sure he could get a waiver. I was planning on being here I just needed one lap, finished last. So,
It's
but
in
he is
session.
here, right? So,
I will say,
it is a mere formality.
Based on the little bit of drama that we had last week, kind of surprised he showed up. Him like the manual disconnect in the race, and
Yeah,
concede.
there was a lot last week at Watkins. Glenn Joseph Lester did get that win,
Yeah,
so
very very surprising. But he's here. He's gonna have a shot at it. We know he's fast. Uh, you gotta wonder though. I mean, Thomas Lloyd, he took 4 races. I mean, what would the season be if it wasn't for Thomas Lloyd?
Tommy Gossett probably with 5, 6 wins because he'd usually come in right behind him.
Man.
But Jeremy B. Brown on our current original pole sitter here halfway through qualifying. 21.87 Moynihan instantly goes and beats that. By about 7 hundredths of a second. Second lap for Moynihan, 8-4. So no improvement there. But it puts him currently in provisional pole. There's Brandon Minto and Jeremy Paris. A bunch of fast guys about to go out here. Mike McConville was quick in practice. Tommy Gossett did not set a practice lap, it must be said.
He's holding on to his stuff close to the chest. Not going to let people know how fast he is.
First lap for Minto, a 21.97. Let's go on board with Jeremy Paris. Usually has some good speed at these short tracks. Through 3 and 4. The restart zone, the revamped Richmond Raceway, I might add. They just recently overhauled everything, I believe, in the last couple of weeks. And he will go to the top of the board, 21.74. Short track speed there again for this 05. With Gossett, Claude Furland, and Greg Hulls still on pit road. Let's take a look. Oh, and here's Tommy Gossett. We'll see what he could do. Got a whole lot of time here on your outlap, but it only took the 1 lap for Jeremy Paris, so. Let's see what this 07's got. Right around the bottom side of the racetrack, obviously, shortest way around. Letting it dive in. So he's going to go for this second lap because he's going to build up this momentum from the top side. Tommy Gossett. 22 flat on his first lap. 8th quickest. Got to pick up 2.5 tenths if he wants pole position. Hunter Kent, a couple hundredths of a second off. Second lap for Gossett. Is it good enough? Yes, it is. 21.57. Hunter Kent's second lap. Able to improve. 21.71. Only a tenth and a half off. With just a minute remaining, and everybody's coming out now. There must be, I guess, just the track evolution as the sun continues to set. Gets a little colder. Time's potentially going up. Eli Tomlin up into the top 10. Claude Furland up to 4th. Rodriguez 8th. Sylvain Joly slots into 11th. And then here is Mike McConville leaving it super late. And he had a message he wanted me to relay for tonight. His mother had her birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to Mama McConville. And hope this 8 truck will do you some good. Hope got a good birthday dinner or something out of it from Mike yesterday. Let's take a look there. I think he's got the message on the back of the truck. Yep, happy birthday, Mom. First lap, 8th quickest for McConville. Right where Tommy Gossett was. What can he find on the second lap? Only just about 3/10 off. Second lap. 21:75, good enough for 4th quickest as he crosses the line right as time expires. 26 drivers here tonight, nobody going home. So we'll have our 5-minute warm-up and then the final race of the regular season underway. It must be said, I don't think we have Joseph Lester here tonight. Maybe a little of the drama there will have died down. It's
I believe there's 5 minutes to potentially sign up, but otherwise, no.
It's interesting. We'll just kind of recap some of the regular season. The Ferda Motorsports guys, McConville won Daytona. His teammate won at Atlanta. So they started off strong at the super speedways. Then we just had a stretch of different winners. We had Bennett Allen at Homestead, Will Young at Las Vegas, Joseph Lester for the first time at Charlotte. Chris Davis won a race way back when. And then there was one or two others just way back earlier in the season. Tommy Gossett said he was racing the C Open. It is Daytona week, so that's why he wasn't setting a lap. But he came back in from the C Open and put it on pole. But he had a stretch of winners. Then Quentin Warman showed up. Pro driver. Won at Texas. Teammate Thomas Lloyd right behind him. And Thomas Lloyd dominated 3 weeks in a row. 3 wins in a row. All top 5s, then picked up a 4th win. Then we hadn't seen him since that 4th win. But his teammate, he had a trio of dominant drivers. Tommy Gossett picked up where he left off, putting in the good results. Hunter Kent finally broke through at Lime Rock. Joseph Lester picking up the 2nd win of his season last week at Watkins Glen. Now we're here at Richmond. Yeah, we had 8 different winners. Can't forget the thriller that was Jeremy Paris at Rockingham, that crazy race. And then even Jake Watson at Martinsville. So the short tracks have produced several different winners. We've had 3 winners since May 6th back at Texas, race 8 to 15. Excuse me. Yeah, Quentin Warman, Thomas Lloyd. We had what? Can't do math. 1, 2, 3. We had 6. Okay, 6 different winners in the last 10 races. Excuse me. Tommy Gossett won at Lucas Oil Raceway 2 races ago. Had a semi-similar style of track, short track. So, I think he's got the early advantage. But we are off next week, and then Darlington will kick off the playoffs. Then another off week, Bristol, and then New Hampshire. So, a very difficult first round. Then they head to the Roval, Talladega, and Martinsville, and then Phoenix. Ten drivers advance from tonight. It's just a lot of short tracks or speedways that are, a mile long. You got Darlington. I mean, that's like, besides Talladega, that's the quickest track. But Bristol, obviously a short track. New Hampshire, it races like one, only a mile long, heavy braking. Got a road course. Talladega is the wild card. In Martinsville, and then Phoenix, which is kind of in the middle, I guess. But if you do good here tonight, you got to feel good about your chances throughout the playoffs. I'll show you. I meant to show you this while practice results, just to give, you know, obviously it changes since then, but McConville quickest in practice, 21.6. Hunter Kent right there, Tane Hodison within 10th, as was Diego Rodriguez, who needs a win to get in. Giesbrecht, Erland, Jolie, all in the top 10. Need a win tonight to move in to the playoffs. Bump Gabriel Lafrene out. We'll see what we have in store for us tonight. Got 26 is the final number.
Still one more than signed up.
Who was it? You said they weren't going to be here and then showed up. But we will end up finishing under the lights here. So there will be a lot of track change. Should grip up as the night goes on. And, all right, how you want to do it? We just pick in the front row? We're going to pick best of the rest? How we want picks to win tonight?
I mean, if we don't pick the front row, I feel like Jeremy Paris would be a fairly safe pick. So it's up to you. I'm going to go with my heart. I'm not picking the winner. I'm just going to pick someone I want to do well.
All right.
Or I think might do well.
Go ahead.
You go first.
Give me... I'm going to go back-to-back weeks. Give me this 06 machine. He did fantastic at Watkins Glen. A little bit of pressure on him. He is the last man in. Hoping that there's no new winners, but he'll take care of business. And just, you know, hope for a little bit of... it's not Daytona for the regular season finale, so he'll hope that one of these fast guys up front will take care of business, or he'll get it done himself. He's got the speed on the short tracks. He did very well at Martinsville. Obviously, this is a bit different, but still similar type of racing. And I think, like he said, Jeremy Paris is quick at the short tracks. I think that 06 will work his way up again this week.
I'm going to pick someone who has only made one appearance before. He's driving a Chevy, I believe. Give me Jeff Carson, the number 9. Oh, no, it's a Toyota. Still, I'm taking Jeff Carson.
Jeff Carson, I didn't notice that. Welcome back. Tuesday Night Trucks, Jeff Carson. We've got Greg Holes back in the field, so it's good to see some guys just pop in and out when they got the time. Had pretty much, 75% or more full fields through the entire regular season. Great to see, and we're going to conclude the regular season with a bang, and eero 250 is underway. Oh, Tommy Gossett did not get going well. And Hunter Kent around the outside will try to clear.
Decent amount of blinking there on the start.
It'll be side by side down the back straightaway. He got a bump there from the 05. And that helped his progress a little bit. Mike McConville nearly was 3 wide there. As the front two side by side slideways down the front stretch. I don't know who led the first lap.
They gave it to Hunter Kent.
Leading lap number 1. He'll try and pinch Gossett on corner exit. Track position going to be key here. And he will get clear.
You're going to have a 3. Oh, never mind. Diego Rodriguez is not having a good time on the start here.
So we saw, I didn't get a chance to watch the truck race last week, but we saw how difficult it was to put the power down on the front stretch even. It's literally, hey, it's the front stretch. We could get after these guys, but it just looks super loose in the Cup car. Obviously, that's an entirely different, I don't know, but it just looks just loose.
We had some contact between the 37 of Eli Tomlin and Greg Holes. These trucks just getting in there deep and not wanting to stick.
That's the 86 of Hull's way around the outside. Trying to complete that pass. And there's Jeff Carson in the mix, Tane Hodison, Aaron Mack. As your front two have checked out 1.3 seconds over Jeremy Paris. As there's just a mess in this midfield. It looks like Jeremy Brown might have had an incident. Or at least just dropping out of this hornet's nest. Sylvain Joly got sent into turn number 1. As they're trying to kill each other.
Jeremy Brown and Diego Rodriguez got into it. That is what happened between those two.
And it is an absolute mess. Battle for the race lead as well. Looks like a little bit of slippage there on the high side for the 52. 07's got half a truck length in front. Big send into turn number 3. Not quite clear just yet. These guys have been racing hard and respectful all season, and now I think that 07 should be far enough in front to clear on the exit of turn number 2, and he is. Kent will look to the low side, though, try and fight back. Be able to do it this opportunity. Yeah, Diego Rodriguez, you said he got into it with Jeremy Brown. Rodriguez down 6 spots since the start. Started 5th, now in 11th. And the opposite end of that, Aaron Mack kind of breaking out from the mess behind him. He is up 6 spots from where he started in 18th. It's Eli Tomlin and Tane Hodison, both up 3 spots, go side by side behind him for the 13th position.
I've got my eyes back here on Eli Tomlin. There was a lot of contact being made between him and Greg Holes. He's up a good number of positions. See what kind of aggressiveness is coming out of that truck right now.
I'm way up on the high side there. Got loose on the exit. Got real loose. And it kills momentum. Blinks out for good measure.
I was worried that was him being gone because that was bad. Ooh, Joly.
Nearly off the fence there. Greg Hull's going to try and take advantage. Great racing. Back here in the mid-pack. Great racing up front as Bennett Allen makes the move on Moynihan. Into turn number 1 is Tommy Gossett 3 car lengths ahead of Hunter Kent. Allen tries to close in on Furlan now for 4th. Big send there. Big send. Already got a little bit of cosmetic damage on the right side there. And on the right rear. But he's making it work up into 4th. Moynihan trying to take advantage next. With a big dive into turn number 1. Nearly contact. All over each other. So it must be said, Ron Fitting did not start tonight's race. So we only have 25 then. And then Richard Pruitt, he's about to get lapped. Looks like he came in. Said he made a pit stop. I'm not sure what that was all about. Go a lap down here early and just kind of hope that the guys in front of him don't get caught as well. They are racing each other, so. Could potentially slow the progress.
I'm still, my eyes focused back here right now, watching Sylvain Joly. They are struggling with that truck. Looks like it's a lot to handle.
Looks like he got the middle part of that back bumper caved in just a little bit too. That's when he got sent up the racetrack. So he's fighting for grip right now.
I was really watching because Greg Holes had finally gotten back to Eli Tomlin. Looked like he tried to send it up under him. Was not able to make it stick, and now he's fallen.
Richard Pruitt now the first man 1 lap down. As the gap pretty stable up front between these two, 3-car lengths, and Mike Conville now trying to complete that move, and does on Claude Furlan. Next up is Minto, and then the Frene +4, making my pick look good. A lot of action in the early going. So 5 and 15 go side by side for third. Bennett Allen on a tear here early. And she's just so good on corner entry. Even if he loses a little bit on the exit, I mean, just look how much further he's able to dive it in there under braking. As they continue side by side, Moynihan will try and take advantage of that battle. A spark or two fly off there, right side. Definitely getting some usage for the Bennett Allen machine. Sun continues to set. And for a short track, I know we've had a couple, couple scruffles, but overall pretty clean. But for how much longer when you see all this mess back here in the midfield? Brandon Muir in the 71, John Wilco in the 62, side by side on board here with Steve Herring.
Yeah, Carson just had a little incident. Looked like he had to catch the truck on the front stretch.
Yeah, from Sylvain Joly to Steve Herring, that is 17th, as we have trouble on the front stretch. On board with Jeremy Paris, Daniel Moynihan involved, as is Bennett Allen.
Ooh.
To bring out... Oh!
This is going to start with Bennett Allen.
Ooh. All right. We had seen them, like, Bennett Allen very aggressive, under braking, maybe had slid up into him once or twice, but hadn't moved him out of the way. And he shows him, you're not going to complete that pass there, and he just gets into his right rear there. Good save. Jeremy Paris clearly taking exception to that. Going to just stuff him into the fence. And then poor Moynihan nowhere to go. And then the 05 ends up with the worst of it anyways. So there's just something to be said about Jeremy Paris on a short track, because he had a run-in with Tommy Gossett at North Wilkesboro that got very heated and nearly ended in disaster, but Gossett, just by inches, was able to get out of that. It's my fault for thinking too. I was like, hey, we haven't had a caution yet. Short track, they've made it 20-something laps without a caution. They've done, good job setting the early tone.
It's just every Tuesday that I'm thankful we do virtual broadcasting. There's not, hundreds of $1,000s worth of trucks being torn up because, a bad decision, right? Like, I mean, he got into the back of him. Like, you can take exception to that, but he just drove him straight to the wall.
Just like, hey, fence, get in it. Get in the fence, man. Yeah. That's our first caution of the night. We'll probably see a lot of Hail Marys tonight. Some, trying to save that extra set of tires so you could be the quickest man on track at the end, try and steal a win. Obviously, you need to get lucky with cautions, and if you're going to stop on track intentionally to bring out the caution, that'll be, frowned upon. So you just have to hope that everybody racing each other super aggressively, causes some offsets with tires and whatnot, and then you can take advantage. Because straight up, you've seen, Tommy Gossett and Hunter Kent just continue to just dominate, drive away from the field. So, and it's like if you're Rich Jett, 7th in points, 8th in points, you're not gonna get in just because of how many winners you had. So, you gotta win. You've got good speed. You've consistent. You could probably, make a run. But you got to find that win. And we'll see what somebody wants to do later on this evening to try and get that win, what might happen. Even if you don't have an extra set of tires up at the end, you guys just stay out all together, and then you have the huge difference in tires. People force it 3 or 4 wide. So we're gonna see some crazy stuff. Got away in that time. A great restart for Tommy Gossett. 4 car lengths ahead. His biggest lead of the night. Just on the restart, and you hold your breath for everything back here. As that is John Wilco way out of the groove. Oh, and around goes. It's from bad to worse for the 05, and even worse for the 24. As they had gotten tangled there on the exit of turn number 1, 24 way up.
We get no caution.
Oh. 24 was way up the hill. 05 still has a little bit left for damage way on the bottom. I don't think he expected the 24 to still be in the middle, but when they come together, Richard Pruitt onto pit road with pretty significant front end damage there.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say something about Jeremy Parrish there, but yeah, the 24 just.
I mean,
that is an unusual place for that car to be, honestly. I don't think Jeremy Parrish might not have even really seen him.
Oh, and around goes Benfield up into the fence. That's our caution. Which that one was less dramatic, I would say. But that was what brought out the iRacing caution.
Someone I mentioned earlier.
Eli Tomlin.
Ooh. Well, he got help.
Okay, all right. We got to go back. We got to go see.
He might have gotten help. Yeah.
There's Jeff Carson. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We call that a chain reaction. Just right there. You could just see him get a little unsettled. And poor 75's. 75's gonna be like, hey, Eli Tomlin, you just absolutely clean me out. And Eli's like, I got help. I had help. It was not me. Like, yes, I'm the vehicle that hit you, but that was not the cause. You see it right there. And he entered at a shallow angle too. And I wouldn't even say they come off even. He's clear. The Tomlin's trying to throw. It's not even a block because he's just clear. Just a tiny bit late on the brakes there for Carson. And just because of the shallow entry that he already had, then he gets sent even shallower there with the contact. And it was heat-seeking missile there into the side of the 75. And I'm honestly surprised that brought out the caution, but nevertheless.
Didn't help me at all.
But Richard Pruitt need that caution. He's still trying to get that damage fixed on. Yeah, he got that's big damage there on the front of that 24 machine, and that might have been. Yeah, that was it. We saw his final moments. So disappointing end to the 24's race. I think, just when stuff like that happens, though, you got to take something from it, especially since it's open setup and you usually spend time practicing. You go like, all right, what did I do wrong? What can I improve on for next time? What's the racecraft like? Because you race with these guys all season. It's a full season-long thing. You don't want it to be awkward every time you get around them. There's lessons to be learned from everything, I'm sure. Pace cars off, Tommy Gossett. through the restart zone. We're back underway. Big move around the outside to clear McConville, and we'll go back up eye in the sky blimp cam for everything going back on here, just outside the top 10. Moynihan finds himself a little bit out of position. He'll have to be patient to work his way back up through traffic. He's trying to get around the 9 of Jeff Carson. Next up, Eli Tomlin, 71, working that high side. Picked up 2 spots there in 1 lap for the 53 machine. Bennett Allen also finds himself a bit out of position, obviously, and here we go again. It's the 05 and the 15. But I think,
just
right,
2 best friends.
If you're the 05, you've clearly, like, made your point. Like, if you go out and get him again, it's like, well, you know, they just really don't like the guy. You already stuck him in the fence. Like, he turns you, you put him in the fence, but then are you mad because you backed into the fence and, you know, damaged your truck after you put him in, like, I don't know. What's your cost-benefit analysis? Like, oh, did I get mine? Are we even?
I mean, right now you got to start looking at, you know, the next, like, the coming races. If you go out and, you know, you wreck him again, they're already going to believe that it was a little intentional. They might give you some leeway because he got into you, right? But if you go and get him again, now you might be missing a race, and that's in the playoffs.
Right.
Ooh, holy God, who's right next to Bennett Allen. So it's no longer of, have I gotten mine? Am I okay with them finishing ahead of me? It's like, do I want to be here for the next race?
Right, like, am I willing, like, is this guy worth it to me? Like, am I willing to take the vacation? Am I willing to Austin Hill him? But yeah, because then you get into, like, just retaliation and intentional wrecking, which you don't have to deal with that. And Allen just nearly wall riding there because he knows he's a little bit quicker than these guys. We know he's super aggressive, and he's just finding new ways around. He's trying the SVG line. That was fun watching him work that, man. Figure something out there. I don't know.
You got a wall there. I don't know.
I don't know if SVG did that, but it's fun watching him ride the high line.
I like how I'm being accused of being a delinquent, as if I would say wreck him. All right, if it was like race 3 of 19 for the regular season, maybe, like, go get your lick back. But I mean, you got playoffs in hand.
Big send from Moynihan there on Diego Rodriguez.
Like, if you want a realistic shot at winning a championship, you're not going to miss playoff races.
Especially, I mean, because it's like, there's a good chance, right? That this top 3 specifically. Because let's not forget, Mike McConville had just the first half of the season. He had great speed too, as well. He was in it each and every week. Kind of hit right there, right around the middle, this first part of the second half, and then he kind of refound it in the last couple weeks. But this top 3 could, like, very easily, win the majority of that round or the entirety of it. So it's like, or sweep it, either one. If they get, the setup right, the practice, they can sweep the round and it's all right. We got one spot locked in. Everything else is for points. So,
and if there could be some drivers potentially going into playoffs, like, oh well, we've seen Tommy Gossett and Hunter Kent. They're just gonna win it, right? Well, luckily we've got the NASCAR playoff system. Right. If any of them have
you just
a bad race,
get to the final 4, too. Like, was it
we've seen Tommy Gossett get wrecked. We've seen Hunter Kent get wrecked.
Because the odds, they might even have a bad race, but they get 3 races. They get 3 races in each round. They get the playoff points. They probably advance pretty easily to the final 4. Just Because they'll keep going, too. They're not going to quit out. They're like, hey, I'll get wrecked. I won't win the race. I'll finish 12th, and I'll get my points. But it's Tommy Gossett. It's Hunter Kent. There's 2 other people in that championship 4 at Phoenix. And if you get a late race restart with these 2, they've raced each other so clean, so respectful. There's 5 laps to go. And Hunter Kent's like, well, I normally could hold him off for about 5 laps. And that's what he does most of the time. He gets that clean air and he's able to just block and, he'll hold him off for a couple laps. So they get together and you're 3rd place, Mike McConville. Congratulations on your championship. But it's not just...
The literal first championship race ever held on YJ Media came down to the last lap, 2 drivers wrecking each other, and 3rd place coming by and snagging a championship.
Pretty much, yeah. Actually.
Like, out of turn 4, they wrecked each other, put each other in the wall, and 3rd place comes along.
Might I add, hey. It wasn't even them wrecking each other. It was the field wrecking around them. Like, them getting caught up in other people's stuff. That whole race was a fever dream.
The entire series was.
Love them,
though. Do we?
Yeah,
Not the original lead.
Oh, you're talking about all the way back.
Yeah, because that was the first championship.
Oh, was it really? Yes, it was. Yeah. You're right. Okay. You're right. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was the top 2 coming out of 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the league owner hooked the other driver because he wasn't going to win.
Because literally, the 4th guy got wrecked, blatantly cleaned out by somebody. And then the 3rd place guy, he got wrecked, and then we're like, oh, he's out of it. And then he ended up with, it's just, that was so crazy. But yeah, there will be, it's like, oh, you got Tommy Gossett. He's so quick. He's, all right. If you want, lock him into the final, sure. But he's got, there will be, it's not on points. We got our Game 7 moment. It's that one race. Just got to be in for that one race.
Did I read the wrong tweet somewhere? Or the wrong sign up? I put 140 laps around Richmond in the tweet.
You absolute bum.
Where did I see 140?
Listen, that's stage 2, bub.
I probably read stage 2 and was like, yeah, that's total number of laps.
That's golden.
That's incredible.
Bennett Allen trying to get back.
All right, stage 2 winner wins the race.
Man.
Based on Twitter.
71's got a load of rear end damage there, right in the middle of that Gainbridge logo. Truck's starting to slide. I saw Jolie have a nice slide there to turn 2. Give a little bit of shout out to Stoney Benfield. He picked up his first top 10 of the season last week at Watkins Glen. I always like going back and editing the stats. I'm like, oh yeah, that's official now. Put it on the board, top 10. Had a very challenging race overall for what was just pure chaos, but look at that first top 10 of the season. Let me make sure I had that right. I'm pretty sure it was him. It was. For one top 10, that was last week. I remember editing that. So. I like to highlight the success of the drivers. Because they're fighting for something, right? I mean, you're fighting for top 10s. You want to, have a good run. Rodriguez. He just took a right there. I don't know what that was. But, yeah, 70, 140, and then to the end. Going to be pretty straightforward here. If you're Tommy Gossett, just win the stage, get that extra playoff point. If you're Hunter Kent, Mike McConville, it really does not matter. Gabriel Lafrene, you could probably mathematically lock yourself in. Rich Jet down in 12th. Lafrene, it was 55 points, and if he gets, 7 stage points, Rich Jet gets none. It's getting very close to mathematically locking himself in regardless of points if he hasn't already with 55 points. I don't know. just got to hope he doesn't get a new winner. That's all he's hoping for. Still a long way to go, though. We'll have 9 laps for the end of stage 1. Benfield to go a lap down. And probably Eli Tomlin. Which then you're led to believe that Wilco and Herring and Jolie's right here. If they see the leader coming, do they freak out and just give it to him? We always monitor that at the end of stage 1, so. And if you're Stony Benfield, just hold him up 1 lap. That 1 lap could be huge. Eli Tomlin actually is going to put himself in a dangerous situation going a lap down. He just got loose off of 4 there. Brandon Muir looking like he had an incident off turn 2. And so it's kind of a who wants to stay on the lead lap now. Six laps left in the stage. Tomlin had that slide. He's about a second up the road. And then in front of him, Brandon Muir another second up the road. If you're Eli Tomlin, you really just hold him up. Don't do anything stupid. Don't wreck yourself. But if you could just make him wait a set of corners and ensure that you stay on the lead lap, that's what I'd be doing. Odds that you're not going to race him straight up for staying on the lead lap on speed, but if you could just prevent it, because those guys up there are racing pretty darn hard. You gotta just bolt on a set of tires, get a bunch of spots. Just if you're on the lead lap, a whole lot of things can open up for you. But this is the battle we're watching. Jolie into the fence. Right in front of your leaders. That's going to slow up Tomlin probably, and they both might get lapped.
They might wreck each other in front of the leader, too. Ooh.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's nuts.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't do it. Play nice, everybody. Play nice.
Oh, no.
Oh, Tomlin wants. Oh, and now they're not. Neither of them are getting.
He's gonna go to the wall.
No.
What in the world, man?
He almost hit LaFrenne. Oh boy. Oh, and if I'm, man. Congratulations, Stony Benfield, on the lucky dog. That just fell into your lap because they. Man, we can't be doing that. So let's just take a look. That'll end the stage. So yeah, obviously these guys get side by side. Gossett gets a great run. His only move is to the outside because of the natural arc of the corner. Tomlin drives in real deep. Gets, he just drives it in deep. Kind of slides off the nose a little bit. And then he doesn't give it. He just stays right there. Does not arc up. Gossett doesn't expect him to be there. Lucky he doesn't, he didn't get right rear, thank goodness. That would have been catastrophe. And then, so they're off. And then he takes another swing. That was when it was really suspect. It's like, oh, right there. What are you doing? Stop. Everybody's good. Jolie's trying to sneak in. And then he realizes, okay, I'm a lap down now at this point. He just lapped Jolie. So I want to take the big swing at it. And he just gets into him. Then he gets hooked into the fence. Jolie gets screwed. Because that would have held, obviously that battle held Gossett up. He wasn't going to lap anybody else. For Jolie, you get spun out. You get the 4X. You lose Lucky Dog. And Mr. Stony Benfield watches the two in front of him. They're like, oh, yes, this is perfect. He's like, keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't hit anything. Bang.
Genuinely incredible. Ooh, little swipe from our leader on Eli Tomlin, who tried to go around the pace car. Like, he went down there.
Oh, yeah.
His disapproval.
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know if I would do that to lap cars that have nothing to lose.
No. Because you're going to make your way back around him. And, like, hopefully he doesn't do anything again, but...
Really, if you're Eli Tomlin, you got to worry about the 08, because you took out the 08. Like, Tommy Gosson's not your fight at this point anymore. Like, that's not your battle. Like, it was unintentional. Like, had he not, like, him just driving it in deep and sliding off his nose, yeah, that's expected. That it was like, hey, you're on the front stretch, don't door the leader. You know, you drove it in deep. You tried to stay on the lead lap, not quite gonna work out. Well, he came down and he hit him. Very lucky it didn't end up worse. So now he's back on pit road, trying to fix damage. Mears coming out, so Jolie's coming out, and we're ready for the restart. Back underway.
Big jump there from Tommy Gossett. Does not want to be surrounded by trucks any longer.
So when he first started, his first couple races, I remember Kansas specifically, he was in position to win or at least get a podium, and he would get taken out. He's had that a lot as Hunter Kent storms back into second. The last handful of races, he's just always involved in stuff. Like, which, he gets in here and he walks away with these wins. But Lime Rock, he was, walking away with it. Then he got someone wrecked in front of him, spun him out. And it kind of altered his strategy. Ended up getting, busted on the strategy. You saw what happened there with Eli Tomlin and just a handful of other races where he's, trying to get through traffic. Watkins Glen, he was super quick at it. He gets spun around by Joseph Lester. He's had a lot of action this season, despite, leading so many laps. He's only got the 2 wins.
I'm curious if something was said to Eli Tomlin. It's definitely not in chat, but he is still parked. I don't know if he's still fixing damage. Just curious about why he then came back out on track, under the caution. Like he was, going to get back out there.
Crew chief hit the pace car, but it's actually the 07. I guess what he's talking to right now. So if you're Sylvain Joly, I believe you're now... He's only 1 lap down. First truck 1 lap down, but Brandon Muir missed the pace car. Like, he didn't catch up to the field in time, so he'll go a lap down.
And we have officially lost Eli Tomlin.
There it is. So Ron Fitting never started 26th. Unofficially won't get credit, though he didn't start. Richard Pruitt, after 28 laps. Eli Tomlin out after 70. Sylvain Joly 1 lap down, and then 22nd to this man right here on the lead lap. Ooh, a little bit of contact there between the 8 and the 06. They are side by side for the final podium position. Lafrene, if he can make it stick, is up 10 spots. Looks like he'll clear it here. But the biggest mover is Tane Hodgson. He started 17th, and he is now into 6th. As things a little bit more calm, a lot more single file now, at least at the start of stage 2. Bennett Allen trying to crack back into the top 10 there. Jeremy Paris down in 15th after they're running together. Still got a little bit of damage there on the right rear. And so it must be said, everybody, for the first stage there, everybody came in. There was nobody that even, like, when I mean everybody came in, everybody took 4 tires and fuel. There was no 2 tires, no splitting the strategies there. It was pretty unanimous there. Oh, and around goes Rodriguez. That is a big lick. Oh, and Steve Herring.
Oh,
late.
no.
Let's see here.
I mean, it almost feels like a little bit of netcode with how violently the truck goes around, but...
Man.
I mean, he does get into the back of him.
So, yeah, 21's going to have the momentum off of 4. And right here, he's going to just lately just say, hey, you're not, this is mine. 15, he just cuts down in front of him. 15 goes a couple feet further into the braking zone, and right there, the contact is made. Right in the left rear. Bam, into the fence.
Man.
And poor Steve Herring there with the KO. And good news there for Sylvain Joly. Got the quick caution. He's back on the lead lap. And Brandon Muir will have the opportunity to catch up back to the field. So here's on board with the 98. And what he'll see. He sees him go around. So caution's not out. Up right here, caution flies. And it just looks like it just does not turn on entry. Like you can hear him lift, slowing down. It does not turn whatsoever the whole way. Not that's going to be any consolation whatsoever to Diego Rodriguez, but it just goes straight up. Like that's tough. And the first hit was pretty violent for Rodriguez, but that one especially, like that's going to have a big impact on their race there. So we line up here for the restart. Steve Herring, oddly enough, does not have that much damage on the front end of that 98 Cheetos machine. Rodriguez was able to stay on the lead lap, although he's got a ton of damage. And Sylvain Joly back on the lead lap with us. 23 trucks on track.
The Braves have given up 10 runs to the White Sox.
Ooh, we're trash, man. Did she Auburn was claiming 4 national titles?
Yeah.
Utter woke nonsense. Saw that 06 got close to 52 there for second. How about Jeremy Brown up into the top 5? And what is his 3rd start of the season tonight?
Have to wonder, where he might be if there wasn't that, the incident earlier in the race.
Oh, he got a little loose there. Nearly got in the back of the 8, then got loose. And now here comes Moynihan to his inside and Claude Furlan to his outside. Brave it through the middle.
He got into the back of McConville there.
Oh! He'll clear Furlan. Moynihan clears him, a net gain of 0. And here comes Bennett Allen back up into the mix. He's had an eventful first 90 laps. That big dive into turn number 1. Yeah, but I saw that 46. He just barely made contact, and it kind of unsettled his truck here. And now he fell back a couple of spots. McConville up to 4th. Brown back to 8th.
Moynihan under pressure from Bennett Allen.
And there is a lot of pressure when that 15's catching up to you. They're side by side. This is the battle for the last spot in the top 5. As we are. Lights are on, fully dusk, and around goes Claude Furland. Yellow is out.
That'll be a caution.
The tire marks here on the exit of 2. Did he get any help?
No.
On board with him here.
Unless it was the air. That was...
And he was in 9th at the time. Just got loose. Yeah, no one behind him. It's curious. We weren't here last year, but he did win the championship last year, from what Mike McConville told us. And it's just curious. He's had really some of the worst luck. Obviously, that one's self-inflicted, but he has been involved in a whole lot of incidents outside of his control. He ended up... He still ends up 9th in the regular season standings, so you can't say it's a bad season. He's top 10 in points, but just didn't get that win and is on the outside looking in to get into the playoffs as the defending champion.
I would like to say I have some comments on Auburn claiming extra national championships and what the new playoffs have done to poison college football. Bring back the BCS. Ranked 1 and 2, you play for it. Everyone else kind of eat it.
Yeah.
All these losers who are like, well, we were good back in whenever. John Natty didn't play for it.
Right. So just looking at the end of last season's points, it was Claude Furland, Hayne Hodison, Gabriel Lafrene, Jeremy Parrish, your championship for last season. Then Moynihan, Minto, somebody's name I can't pronounce that is not here this year. John Wilco in the round of 8. Or I guess, yeah, the round of 8, and then Rich Jett and Stoney Benfield were 9th and 10th. No wins for Claude Furland, Hayne Hodison, or Lafrene even last year. Jeremy Parrish had 5 wins last season. Hunter Kent had 5 in 8 races, so looks like he came on scene last year and tore up a lot. Just some incredible performances. Stoney Benfield had a win. Sylvain Jolie had a win last season. They were the top 3 in the championship last year, no wins.
It's kind of insane. Incredibly insane.
A little bit, yeah, honestly, as we get ready for the restart. Back underway. Already nearing lap 100, not quite halfway, but for track racing, we're just clicking off laps here. We go 20, 30 at a time. Caution, it'll advance pretty quick into the night. No drastic, obviously, shake-up in strategy yet. We're still got another 40 laps to run to the end of stage 2. And they still would have 3 sets after that, I believe. Or 5 total, so you change You got 4 sets in the pits. So you got 3. So they got 2 after stage 2 left. They got 2 to play with. If they take the tires.
Got a bunch of numbers there.
Yeah. So
pay attention to
essentially, just we'll point this out. Everybody pitted in stage 1, so everybody has 3 sets of tires. There might be 1 or 2 guys that have pitted for damage. I won't be able to tell because of how many times they've stopped. There might be 1 or 2 guys out there that already are down to 2 sets, but the majority of this field should have 3 sets of tires left. Gary Paris trying to get back into the top 10. Bennett Allen has already done so. He's thinking about a top 5. As that midfield continues to just be a hornet's nest. We've only had 2 retirements from tonight's race. Drew Pruitt, Eli Tomlin. Oh, and around goes Tane Hodison. Big collision for that 22. Oh my!
Over.
Up and over off the nose of Sylvain Joly. What on earth?
It's going to be between Hodison and Moynihan. Man, that guy.
We're going to be on board with Joly here. Bennett Allen's right there. He just, oh my goodness. It's my fault for talking about how many retirements we had. They're trying to kill him out here. 53 into the back of him. And it's just a pinball effect. That is, it's a lot going on there. Incredible consistency for Moynihan. He started every race in the regular season. At 11 top 10s, it'd be difficult to recover from that to get his 12th. But that's, I have them as teammates, but Moynihan is up in there with the Brittany Steers gang, and Hodison is down with Title Motorsports, so maybe I have to double check that, but yeah. How about that? But let's take another look at it. Kind of similar to what we've seen most of the night. The guy behind just a second later on the braking into that left rear. And poor Bennett Allen, absolutely nowhere to go. And then he's just a little... Probably, you know, someone will say, oh, hold the brakes. And you can tell that, he still probably rolls. He's getting hit by Sylvain Joly either way. At this point, Rich Jett probably would have appreciated if he held the brakes a second earlier. He probably wouldn't have taken his back bumper. And then Joly with the kill shot. Steve Herring, though the beneficiary of this, he'll be back on the lead lap. That was a lot for Richmond, man. He was flipping. Back underway.
I like that. It's almost a lot for any track. When's the last time we've seen a truck flip?
Good point.
I don't watch the truck races enough to really know that for a fact, but...
Put Austin Hill in the truck, some little flip. He's racing at Daytona, man. Taking my mom, I think, to like her second ever NASCAR race, and Austin Hill's going to be in it. You might see a fatality. I feel bad.
Man, is going to be the bad luck charm to get it. Like, gets it all canned.
Yep.
They're going to go virtual from here on out.
Mm-hmm. Listen, if they ever need any virtual commentators, I know I got a couple of guys.
I don't think NASCAR would like it. As long as they don't check my Twitter, I think we'll be fine.
Buddy, you might have to. You have to go ahead and
you can't fire me.
You're gonna have to private that real quick before your background check. I can't afford to do background checks, so you snuck through.
Like, no, sir. I have never gone by the name Art.
I've never met that man in my life.
My name is Jacob Williams.
And just doxed himself for the love of the game.
That's literally my iRacing name. You know how many Jacob Williams there are in the world? That's a good
point. There's at least
a lot.
There's at least 12.
There's well over 30.
On iRacing alone?
Probably. I feel like those ones where you see some dude with an like 50 after his name, like, man, parents couldn't think of nothing, huh?
John Smith's like, buddy, you're cooked. Like, even if you put your middle initial in it, you're still gonna have like a 12 behind your name. John C. Smith, no favors. You're still John Smith. John C. Smith, 13. Like, we've done all you can do for you.
I still can't believe you were able to change your name and get rid of and had no number. That was insane.
My original one had no number, and then my updated one had no number. So that's a dub. Let me go see if there's honestly. While we're doing, I'm so curious. Is there another one? I have it pulled up. Let's see here. I gotta check the curiosity mid race. There is one, loser. He's never done anything. Wait, he's literally. That's crazy. He's been a member for 4 years, so he missed out. Man. Last online March 9th, 2023 at 7:36 p.m. And he did nothing. He made the account and has done nothing. How? He customized his dashboard and painted his car. He got 2 awards and then never did a race. I hope he's okay. Because he literally has no races run. What is that?
All this going on. Honestly, I was going to say not much has happened in the race, but Ben and Alan having fun.
We're at that lull point. That's all right.
I mean, 20 laps to go, we get to the next stage, and then
that's 110.
100 laps later.
Yeah, it's like that's when you make your mark on the strategy. After this final stage. 6 to 7 tenths of fall off, which again at a track that has, only a 22-second lap time, it's worth a lot more. If it was half a second at Michigan, it wouldn't be as bad. So, Moynihan and Lafreniere going at it. This is the battle for 4th. Rich Jett, Brandon Muir going at it. Sony Benfield right there. Like I said, he got the benefit of that lucky dog when Jolie and Eli Tomlin got into it. Now he's up here running the top 15. Everyone just needs a break sometimes.
I'm also gonna say, if we ever wanted to get noticed by NASCAR and or iRacing, because they are currently doing their Coca-Cola series, probably have to do more than just Tuesday nights.
Probably.
Friday nights coming soon at TM.
Something like
When
that.
what's soon mean?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
We're bringing back Rod Car.
I miss Rod so much.
Saying this during an ad so no one hears it.
But I continue to be impressed with Jeremy Brown. His first 2 races, very select starts, wrecked in both of them, but running comfortably inside the top 10 here.
125 laps in, I'm not too hot on my pick. Not that I picked him to win. I picked him to have, a decent day. And so far, he's lost 2 positions.
Officially at the halfway mark with this as well. He's up there in the mix, though. He's right behind a couple of guys.
Yeah, pay window hasn't opened yet. Like,
He's
not terribly far back.
Biding his time.
Ain't been run over yet. Ain't run anyone over yet.
I don't know why you
said
that.
It might be the first time we've really...
So we're watching him, and you say that as if you just don't want him to pile drive the guy in front of him. That's what you're asking for.
I would never.
This is the best battle on track right now. It's got an out-of-position Diego Rodriguez, who is... It's actually Bennett Allen that is the first truck 1 lap down, after he had a long pit stop under that most recent yellow. But he's up there in front of Rich Jet, which would be 12th on track. But it's not really going to matter for him as Sylvain Joel is going to get put a lap down. And then he's got to hope to not catch Steve Herring, who is 3 seconds up the road. And then you got Chris Claude and Demir another 3 seconds up the road. So we'll see how that plays out as we wind down to the final 11 laps in this stage. Greg Hull still out there digging. And Hodgson been on pit road 5 minutes, but here he comes. Not really sure he's going to be able to pick up any other spots, as we've thinned out the field a couple of trucks, and everything's a little bit calmer now at this point. There's your boy Jeff Carson. He's going to pick up a spot here, Art.
That's my guy.
That's my goat.
I wouldn't say that.
Not quite yet.
Not my goat.
Back into the top 15. Tane Hodgson right back into pit road, seeing how that truck feels. Steve Herring should be fine. He just crosses the start-finish line. I think he'll be okay. On board with Tommy Gossett from the nose cam. He's got what any driver wants. He's got clean air, got the race lead, no pressure from behind. As the battle just outside of the top 10 starting to heat up. Is Brandon Minto, Claude Furland, Logan Giesbrecht, and on board here from the nose of Rich Jet. as they're dealing with a little bit of lap traffic as well. Aaron Mack just up ahead in the 31 truck. Having a solid night. Tommy Gossett 5 laps away from sweeping the stages. And focus on this little... It's a smaller hornet's nest, but it's busy nonetheless. Minto trying to hang on to the stage points. As Rich Jet gonna get that move done on Logan Giesbrecht. He's hoping down here in turn number 1. '05 versus '06 up here as well for the 5th position. Excuse me, 6th position. Yeah, he's squeezing him up nearly into the fence there, that '05. Got tight. '06 trying to brave it around the outside, trying to be first back to the throttle, get the momentum off the high line. A little bit of damage for that '05 as we come to the final couple of laps in stage 2. Lap traffic ahead. Tommy Gossett. One more lap remaining, and they still side by side for 6th. Minto trying to close for 10th. Benfield and Jeff Carson going at it for 14th. It will be Tommy Gossett that sweeps the stages here at Richmond. Like Jeremy Perez completes that move. Minto holds on. Carson pips Benfield to 14th. Rich Jet did clear Giesbrecht, and that is how the battles ended up here at the end of stage 2. So now we'll see if somebody elects to save a set of tires. Don't think that they will. Don't even know if it's worth 2 tires. But it looks like everybody... Sylvain Joy going to be your lucky dog. He'll go around, come in next lap. But this should be 4 fresh tires, full of Sunoco Racing fuel, and you just wait to see how the final 100 laps play out. Left side's on for everybody there. And down and away.
Do you think we could talk the winner of the first playoff race into running that next race in the fixed set?
No.
I'm just trying to see something.
I don't think so.
I'm just trying to see something.
What are you trying to see?
I want to know how fast potentially, Hunter Kent or Tommy Gossett might be, should they be the ones to win, if they weren't running, them dang old juiced up setups. Like, we know Ryko is fast. I'm not sure what Hunter Kent is using, but he's obviously very fast.
I wonder, because it's Bristol, I feel like you do need to set up for that, though. I feel like the difference between fixed and open at Bristol would be ginormous.
Boo.
Yeah, everybody 14...
it would be a terrible idea for
them,
but...
Right. So 14.5 to 15 seconds for everybody. So 4 tires there for everybody else. 2 sets left for these guys for the final 100 laps. How can you, what do you do to try and get... How could you steal a win? Because right now it's a 2-man show. So the opportunity has not presented itself yet for anybody to kind of do any sort of split strategy, try and stay out. Just not possible yet.
I mean, right now the problem is Tommy Goss, he gets such a big jump on these restarts. No chance for Hunter Kent to be side by side. He's going to have to go with him.
Like great
and he's
restart,
already
though.
directly
Yeah.
behind 2. I mean, he's side by side with McConville.
Everybody on fresh tires, though. Gonna be a little cold here. They gotta let them warm up to temp. Diego Rodriguez took the wave around, and Sylvain Jolie was your lucky dog. Bennett Allen, first man, 1 lap down now.
Hold on, Furlan got to lose there on the front stretch. These new tires.
Oh, and around goes Aaron Mack into Stony Benfield off the bumper of the 39 of Logan Giesbrecht.
Ooh. That was just kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, 39 literally couldn't go anywhere else. Yeah, he's just trying to arc through the middle of the corner, but 39 was already there. I mean, he's on the apron, so yeah, it's unfortunately going to be on the 31 there. He gets just turned, and poor Stony Benfield nowhere to go, up into the fence. Bennett Allen says, thank you very much. I'm back on the lead lap just like that. There goes Bennett Allen. Looks like Tommy Gossett actually he came in for fuel only there, so that's an interesting. There was only 7 seconds. Hunter Kent also came in, as did Giesbrecht, Rodriguez, Benfield, obviously with the damage, and Aaron Mack. That's so we got a little bit of something there. Don't know what that would be for. 6 laps later on fuel, I don't know. So Mike McConville will be promoted to the race leader here. Tommy Gossett down in 15th, Hunter Kent in 14th. The 2 fastest trucks all night, stuck right in the middle of this field. And we'll see if they are able to make it cleanly back up to the front.
I mean, I think that cleanly is going to be a
So this could be a massive shakeup if one or both of them get involved. We will soon find out. 100 laps to go. No stages left. It's all the final 100 laps. Vane Jolie jump into pit road. So yeah, we're gonna have Greg Hull's first car 1 lap down. Payne Hodgson out there still logging laps, still stuck in 23rd. We got John Wilco in 6th, Erland in 7th. Both need a win. 147 Pitters, 14th on back. We're underweight. And we'll just go right for it. Tommy Gossett always seems to find as they are 3 wide, nearly 4 wide. Gossett already up to 10th. Hunter Kent right behind him. So each up 4 spots with relative ease. We'll just go on board with Hunter Kent and watch them up through this field. Oh, and around goes Aaron Mack again. And Bennett Allen's around. That's your... Never mind. And Greg Holes is in it. No lucky dog. Tane Hodison. I think no lucky dog this caution. Just forget it.
Man, this is really just these tires catching people out. We saw it early in the first run. They would get loose, but they're just stacking each other up.
Yeah, Aaron Mack on the Exeter turn number 2. Yeah, he's just loose before anyone even gets close to him. A little bit of damage. Car's probably not working perfect. Right in front of Bennett Allen. Tane Hodison. Yeah, he's going to get nowhere to go, and Benfield can't check up in time. Poor Greg Holes. He had the lucky dog. Just had to just shut it down. Just stop. Just slam on the brakes. Yeah, there's literally no lucky dog. Because they were all in it. For Tommy Gossett, Hunter Kent, you got by 4 trucks each, and some of those guys you're expected to be in front of, so there you go. Easy enough. A little harder from there on out. Less than 100 to go. Fuel. Trying to think. It'll be close. It depends on how many cautions we get in the final stage, but I do see why Gossett and Kent came down to top off. They probably think they can make it now. Lights are off on top of the pace car. The fastest trucks lining up in row 5 and 6. We'll see here McConville through the restart zone. Back underweight. Chris Cloud did not get a good start. Tommy Gossett did. He's already going to take it 3 wide, looking for 2 spots here. And he'll pick those up. Hunter Kent.
A little sideways, trying to force it around.
Yeah, every truck you pass. Oh! Can he save it? Yes!
That was a save by both of them.
What in the world? Just trying to make it harder for themselves.
Oh, contact with us well there.
Gossett clear up to 6th. And you're kind of out of the hornet's nest now for the most part. You got very fast trucks in front of you. They'll mind their P's and Q's. Just got to bide your time picking them off one at a time. They won't be able to make that 3-wide dive anymore.
Now we might see how potential dirty air affects Tommy Gossett. Don't think he's been behind people much other than going around the lap trucks.
Look how much time he makes on entry there. Absolutely insane.
They're not going to want to give up those spots.
Right. Because they're on the same tire strategy, but I mean, look, it's like they're standing still. Absolutely insane.
I mean, even with comparison to Hunter Kent, like, he's just moving.
Already back up to 4th. And he's got the extra couple laps of fuel, so he might not have to pit again if he feels comfortable on his tires. Just all around quicker, though, gaining time on entry, middle, and on corner exit. It's just, truck is dialed in tonight. Able to wrap the bottom, throttle. I mean, it's insane how well like it handles. I mean, he's able to hold the yellow line and just, no one else is. I mean, you saw Jeremy Brown half a lane up, drifted up. Tommy Gossett just right around the yellow there. Throttles up and gets on his way. Further back in his field, midfield still going at it. Minto headed in the wrong direction here just a little bit, it would seem. Here comes the 39, here comes the 62. Diego Rodriguez back on the lead lap. They got that truck mostly fixed up. Nice work from the 21 crew. Top 10 here soon. Hunter Kent closing in on Moynihan, and he's got a great handling truck too. Just a couple tenths, not even a couple hundredths every lap behind Gossett, but he is now 1 second behind. Gossett sets after Gabriel Lafrene, who's comfortably in the 2nd position. But you say just a lane high, half a lane higher up there for the 06. We'll go on board with Gossett. So he just not quite able to get to that yellow line. Lap 170 here. But it's super. I mean, I'm just amazed that you're able to make up so much time on the bottom when you're getting pinched down there. You have the ability to throttle up first and carry the momentum on the bottom side of the racetrack. '06 and '07 side by side. Make the big dive in turn number 1 up to 2nd. Hunter Kent closes in by about a car length and a half. And 0.7 of a second separate your top 2. Further back in the field, Chris Claude, Steve Herring, who's up 8 spots so far tonight. he got that truck fixed up after he was able to, or unable, I should say, to slow down and got into Rodriguez there. But truck's mostly fixed up on the lead lap and challenging for the 16th position along with Stoney Benfield. But yeah, Mike McConville has done a nice job tonight. That truck has been in one piece for the majority of the evening, and he leads this race with the happy birthday mom message on the back of his truck, so that's got to feel good. And we'll, show it all of its glory.
Give it its time to shine.
I showed it in qualifying, but it means it's a little more when you lead during a race. Led laps for you, mom. And depending on who your mother is, you say, "Oh, that's great, son. Did you win the race?" Or or she won't ask. It's like, "Oh, thanks for leading laps for me." Or it's like, "Hey, did you win?"
I think we have some pretty good families here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say that we know a lot of them, but
No, absolutely not.
or any of them.
There's some moms that would say, "Oh, you led laps for me, thanks," and the others like, "Well, you still didn't win, now did you?"
At least they're not Corbin's mom.
Corbin not even watching. He doesn't love us.
Too busy with Total Warhammer, like whatever.
Loser.
He's playing Total Warhammer 2 right now.
The gap has been pretty stable, I might add, since Tommy Gossett got clear of the 06. It's been 100th here, 100th there for both the top two, so it's actually stabilized a little bit here. So McConville just needed that clean air, and he likes these track attempts. He's running very comparable lap times.
No, literally the last lap was the exact same there. Let's race one.
10th in Gossett's favor, but the last 5 before that had been pretty identical. Nico Rodriguez fighting back for a top 10 potentially. That's I'm shocked they got that truck fixed up like they did. Even Steve Herring to have the front end, like, looks like there's no damage whatsoever on that 98. I'm pleasantly surprised. Aaron Mack is your lucky dog by 3.8 seconds over Sylvain Joly. And Greg Hull's all by himself, 2 laps down. Bennett Allen has called it a night after an eventful race for the 15 machine. And then Tane Hodison will pick up a pity spot into the 22nd spot here in just a couple of laps. Got a battle for first and a battle for third simultaneously about to be on our hands here. Straight away we go side by side for that third position. Under braking, 52. Gains a little bit on the entry, 06. Trying to keep that momentum on the high side. As we think in our mind, what could happen that causes this race to flip on its head? Because if it's almost to the point where strategy not really going to be out the window, because if a caution comes out now and you don't take tires, it's not going to... A little slip there from McConville, that's going to be all the imitation Gossett needs. Hunter Kent still trying to complete the pass. These are 2 seconds behind the leader of the battle for third. Gossett's going to show his nose. McConville close. And now they'll be side by side through turn number 1. Side by side for third behind them. 2 seconds separating these two. That's getting so close. Gossett, though, gaining just little by little. He'll put himself side by side now. And now even going into turn number 1, he's just a hair quicker over the last couple of laps, and that's going to be all he needs. McConville realizes it. I'll try and settle in. For second, he'll take a peek at it. See if he can wrap the inside line like Gossett has been doing. But Gossett's quick on the low line, quick on the top line, and now he'll start trying to pull away. Good battle there for the lead between those two. Ken still trying to make this pass, though, for the third position. Lafrene's truck at 06 working really well on that top side. He's keeping that momentum. 52 not able to complete that pass on the bottom. We approach 60 laps to go here in the regular season. Tane Hodges just moved up to 22nd position, so there you go. Never give up.
Never give up, never what?
Your boy Jeff Carson's in 13th, Art.
Hey, he's moving up in the world.
You can see a top 10, 8/10 of a second in front of him.
Who's your driver? It's Jeff Carson. Team beast mode performance.
The 06 machine has paid off for me. Did solid work at Watkins Glen last week and following it up with a decent performance here so far at Richmond.
One of the original guys that I was looking at, and earlier in the race, it would have been great to claim him. Like, I thought about picking him. The whole picking driver doing well was Tane Hodges. He was up there. But man. At least my pick's still on the left.
This battle, but for third, has allowed Moynihan to close up. And even Jeremy Brown, to an extent, is closing in. Got 7 trucks under a blanket here. See, Aaron Mack is a lap down, but he's still right in the thick of it. As is Tane Hodison. He had the wild ride of the night, but they got that truck fixed up, and they got him a pity spot, so there you go. I tell you what, I'd be interested to see what McConville would be able to do on a late race restart. Only a second back. He was actually quicker last lap than McConville. I think short run speed might have something for him. But it's 50 or so odd laps to go, and there's still some good battles on track, so we'll just see how it plays out.
I mean, it would really come down to,
I think at this
any
point,
truck,
right,
like on the jump, because like every time Tommy Gossett's had the lead on a restart, he's gone like an almost 2 truck length jump, and then if you get to him, I mean, you've got to be willing to use your truck somewhat as a weapon. Like, you don't have to wreck them, but you can't let them get away.
Right, and it's interesting because really, it's playing out. We're not getting that underdog run tonight because Gossett obviously locked in the Conville second in points. Lafrene last man in on points. Hunter Kent regular season champion. Moynihan in on points. Jeremy Brown does not matter. Part timer. Harris is in. So it's like you're looking at Claude Furlan, the man that is the first into the must-win category. And he's just 8 seconds behind, having finally a consistent night. But it's like, what are you gonna do what can you do to win? It's the same question, for Rich Jet, Giesbrecht, Rodriguez having to fight back from damage, Sean Wilco. That's the story of, the top 7 have kind of locked this out. So unless we get some mass chaos, it's going to be as is. But really, at this point, there's Wilco. Can he save it? Yes. The strategy at this point is not having an extra set of tires because that's not going to, just the way the cautions have fallen. Everybody has tires. It's, do you stay out if the caution comes out, with 5 laps to go? How many people are willing to stay out versus come, yeah. We'll see. Less than 50 laps to go in the regular season. In the battle for the final podium place heating up again as they work their way through lap traffic. That 06 machine has been holding tough as we got 46 laps to go.
That's honestly been the biggest surprise of this second half here is Hunter Kent not being able to follow Tommy Gossett to the front. Been Pete. Oh, wow, he just moves him.
That's one way to do it.
Oh, that's a big checkup. There's Jeremy Brown in the infield. That truck's still swirly. Man.
That's one way to do it. Yeah, but you see here, we'll rewind this real quick. He's trying to cross him over. Just gets into his left for just a tiny bit. Huge checkup everywhere. Lucky it wasn't worse. Well held coming back on from the grass. Did not bring out the caution. Merkin up to third, though 2.5 seconds behind McConville. Yeah, he was comfortably the second quickest truck. Might have to settle for third. Not that he's too worried about it. He's our regular season champion no matter what. If you're not on for the win, then it's whatever. Second, third, regular. Doesn't really matter at that point. Because there's really nothing else. It does not matter. The stage points are gone. You can't get the playoff points from that. If you weren't on for the win, you're not getting the extra bonus point for the win. You just second or third, you'll take it. At this point, just finish out the regular season. Enjoy the week off and get ready for Darlington.
I think his only concern now, and again, it's virtual truck, so it doesn't matter that much. But if we get a late race restart, Gabriel Lafrene might take exception to that.
He just might. Diego Rodriguez still pressuring Giesbrecht for the final spot in the top 10. Minto just got through there on Wilco. That's for 13th. Things slowly starting to calm down, just ever so slightly. Furland held up a little bit in traffic. Rich Jet had to check up, was not able to take advantage. Jeremy Brown, 1.5 seconds behind that battle. He fell all the way from 5th to 9th. So now the first driver that's on a must-win situation at P7. See, they're being very polite. But there's nothing they can do this exact moment other than wrecking the lap cars in front of them to bunch this field up. If they're 11 seconds off, it is what it is. Half a second off the leader's pace. I mean, you're still running 7th. It's a comfortable top 10 day, but it's just, what do you do versus the leaders? 18 trucks on the, or 16 now. About to be 15, so as we have the longest green flag run of the night at the end of the race. But what do you do? Because it's going to be quickly 14, 13, maybe 12. That's definitely enough to make that gamble at that point. Either way, because it's only 12 trucks. If I have 80 lap pressure tires, I can pit and pass them all real quick. And if you're at the front of the field, you're like, well, it's only 12 trucks. What's there to lose?
I'd really take into consideration the fact that they would then just wreck again.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've seen it already. We saw it at the start of the race. We've seen it through some restarts. They want to get loose. If you don't, you drive the truck as you feel it. And, I mean, you adjust into it on the long runs. And we've still seen people get loose every now and then. But if you come in, you get new tires on it, it's not going to drive the same way it did 2 laps ago.
Right.
And if, again, you're not ready for it, if it just acts out a little bit, any change in temperature, anything, just, you got to drive a lane up higher now. Truck might just go around. So I would bet on them wrecking again if they wreck. We get a caution. I mean, what do you do with that information? I don't know. I'm taking tires though.
Yeah, obviously you need that caution to come out, and as we've had the longest run of the night, it's less and less likely lap after lap you're going to get it, but it's always in the back of your mind. But I mean, there's still a couple lap trucks mixed up with everything. You just never know. 32 laps to go. And there's still a handful of battles on the track. Jeremy Paris, here's Moynihan. Jeremy Brown starting to work his way back up. And then there's Rodriguez, just been stuck behind the 39 for about 20 laps now at this point. I'd just ship him, just, for the sake of I'm stuck behind you for so many laps. No, I don't care that you're my teammate, though. It's like, well, I don't want to lose to my team. I don't want to be stuck behind my teammate for 30 laps. Jeff Carson, a very respectable performance here tonight. Quietly up into the 12th position. Oh, and around goes Claude Furlan. Caution, though. Looks like he just must have got loose. Running off a turn 4. Yep. Just a little too quick on the throttle. I was a little bit lucky that was not a caution. But he'll fall back from 7th to 9th. And he'll join the front of this battle with a handful of trucks. And it's starting to get a little crowded here on the front stretch.
5 trucks right on top of each other.
Jeremy Brown, Rich Jett going at it. Tommy Gossett, though, he's eventually flexed his muscles out 5.5 seconds now. Only thing for him is he's caught the back of this pack with 30 laps to go, and they'll be fighting hard to stay on the lead lap in case of that late race caution. Gossett just have to mind his business here. He got 5 seconds in the bag, doesn't have to push too hard. They're all lined up one after another. So we'll see how he navigates this. John Wilco, the first man up for him. That is 14th place. Big dive there on Wilco, and he'll put 14th place, 1 lap down. Next up, Brandon Minto in the 12 machine up in 13th place. There's Jeff Carson, there's Diego Rodriguez, there's Claude Furlan. All right there. We could just watch this whole battle right here from the blimp cam. This is everything we're looking at. Gossage.
Just waiting for the first truck to get loose. Make him
under pressure, or you just gas it up too early. But if something's going to happen, it's going to have to happen in the next 10 minutes, essentially. 20, coming to 20 laps to go to be over in just a bit here. Closing out the 2025 regular season.
Something definitely could happen. Aaron Mack behind the leader got in the wall there.
Jeff Carson closing in. Minto closing in. Tommy Gossett right there. To see it all. And then 19 laps to go to the inside of Minto. Minto got into the fence, was able to hold it up though. No problems for either driver. You just hold your breath though for a second. You're like, don't bounce off the wall, don't kill him. Sylvain Joly wants nothing to do with this battle, so he'll just let him go right on by. Jeff Carson 1 lap down now. $11 trucks on the lead lap, but 11th and 10th right there as well. 9th just up the road. 17 laps to go. And even if you're Tommy Gossett, even if you do it right, the guy trying to cut in behind you, if Diego Rodriguez takes a hard left trying to cut in behind you to not lose out to Jeff Carson, you know, didn't happen there, but just, you know, has to be inch perfect from everybody. And it was. Got through that pack just fine. Dane Hodison coming into pit road. Now the battle can continue for a 10th on back. Next closest battle. You got Jeremy Parrish trying to close in on that 06 machine, and then you have Steve Herring and Chris Claude. So a pair of battles there, one on the lead lap, one not on the lead lap. Battle we're all watching. 21 nearly in the back to the 39. Here comes Minto as well. And Jeff Carson.
Get in there.
14 laps to go.
Let's go, my guy, Jeff Carson.
Minto looking for a run around the outside. It's been the longest run of the night. How much patience does everyone have? What are their nerves? Tired. What do they got left to close out this race? Steve Herring has caught up. Battle for 16th here. And he's going to try to complete the pass, but Claude fighting back on the outside. Now he'll get it done. Moynihan under a bit of pressure here late as well from Jeremy Brown, trying to get back up to that 6th spot after having that little incident. But oddly enough, it was Brandon Minto that's going to be the man to get 10th place. Diego Rodriguez tried and tried and tried for about 40 laps, but ultimately, Brandon Minto got by them both. Four drivers have a best lap time of sub 22, and that's obviously, unsurprisingly, your top 4. Fastest lap, also unsurprisingly, with your race leader. Second quickest was Hunter Kent. He might end up just settling for 3rd. That got just ever so sketchy.
Jeff Carson fighting for it.
And he just got a burst of speed there. He is clear.
2 spots in 1 lap.
And Jeremy Brown has caught Moynihan. 9 laps to go. Still lap traffic to deal with. But I think it's just starting to thin out ever so slightly with all the battles. Minto is able to get forward and check out. Jeff Carson doing the same. Teammates 39-21 just following in the tire tracks. Furland about to get put a lap down. There'll be 8 trucks on the lead lap, and that also changes the dynamic of things a little bit when it's so few trucks. You know, it's the easiest thing in the world. There's only 8 trucks. I can do whatever I want because it's 8 trucks if a late race caution comes out.
We have a battle here for 13th. Wilco now sticking his nose in.
Wilco
Lost a lot of momentum there.
Here comes Conville. Yeah, that's finally the 2nd place driver showing up to this pack. 6.5 seconds off of Gossett. But a very respectable run nonetheless for Mike McConville. Started 4th. Hold on for 4.5 more laps for a birthday podium for his mom. Decent present for her. Four laps to go. 22 trucks on the racetrack, 23rd through 25th out. Ron Fitting never started in 26th. Just like that. 3 laps to go. Gossett should not catch this second group of lap trucks. Might catch Claude Furland on the final lap, but it will not matter. Another absolutely dominant performance. Just got to get around one more time to make the race official. He'll want it to be the quickest 23 seconds of his day.
Mike McConville able to get through the lap cars. It was getting a little questionable. He was, Hunter Kent got within a second.
And through 3 and 4. White flag for the ERA 250 race is official. No last race regular season drama. What we expected. Tommy Gossett down the back straightaway. The fuel didn't even matter. There was no alternative strategies to straightforward race and on speed. Tommy Gossett dominates and gets his 3rd win of the season to close out the regular season at Richmond. Mike McConville comes home second in the regular season standings. Hunter Kent, your regular season champion. Gabriel Lafrene last man in on points race is official for him. He will be in the playoffs. Jeremy Paris, Moynihan 6th, Jeremy Brown 7th in a return to action. First top 10 in 3 starts for him. Brandon Minto rounds out your top 10. Well, quickly, we'll just...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll quickly just bring this up. We know what it is. It's very easy, no drama. I don't know the exact playoff points and seedings, but Hunter Kent in the playoffs. Mike McConville, there's number 2. There's Tane Hodison 3. Daniel Moynihan 4. 2 out of the 3 drivers in on points. Brandon Minto makes up 5. Gabriel Lafrene is 6. There's your 6 drivers. Top 6 in points all make the playoffs. Rich Jett misses out. Highest driver to not make the playoffs. So we got 3 in on points. Tane Hodison, Daniel Moynihan, and Gabriel Lafrene. And then the final 3 spots, final 4 spots on wins alone. The win and you're in go to Jeremy Paris, Bennett Allen, Tommy Gossett, and Will Young. And that is your 10 race field for the chase.
What I was gonna say, surprisingly clean race for what it with how the trucks were handling. I figured there would be a lot more, just a little, getting away from them incidents, but yeah,
absolutely. But Tommy Gossett made his 9th start, which got him eligible, and he's got 3 wins in those 9 races, 33% or something like that. 3rd, yeah, that sounds about right. 5 top 5s in that stretch, and very easily could have had at least 3 other wins on top of that. But yeah, had to start tonight to get in the playoffs, and I mean literally had to start and do 1 lap, but he went out, left no doubt, won the race, and so he'll be in. So let's go see if we got him. Oh, he's here. All right, already. That was efficient. Thank you, Art. Here with Tommy Gossett, your race winner. 3rd win in 9 starts. Had to start tonight to get into the playoffs, but officially playoff eligible with a very impressive 9 starts. And you will be racing for the championship. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I look forward to it.
But, yeah, pretty straightforward race here tonight at Richmond. Swept the stages on pole. No alternate strategies. Pretty clean for a short track race, and you were able to just, have a comfortable race out in front.
Yeah, after I believe it was IRP we were talking, I needed to get all the points I could get, and tonight I definitely maximized that. I left a lot of points on the table after that little kerfuffle at Watkins Glen and Lime Rock. I feel like I could have at least 2 more top 5s if I would have closed those deals out. But yeah, it feels good to get another win. What's that put me? 33% win rate?
Yeah, 9 divided by 3. I think that's a third. I do finance math all day. That sounds about right. 33%. But yeah, good regular season. Get a week off, and then we got Darlington, the Roval, or is it? No, it's Bristol. Darlington, Bristol, and what's the last one in the first round? It was Darlington, Bristol, and New Hampshire. So yeah, we got I guess 3 really technical racetracks there in that first round.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to New Hampshire. Darlington is my favorite track. I absolutely love that. What was the other track you said?
Yeah, Bristol sandwiched in the middle.
That place. Hate it.
But yeah,
it's one of my. It used to be my home track before Nashville came on the schedule, but I detest that track.
But yeah, we're gonna test some people.
Filled it with dirt. They should have filled it with dirt to the brim and left it.
They tried that. They got rid of it again. Though. They turned it into a baseball stadium.
Serves better as a baseball stadium, football field, or a hockey rink better than a racetrack.
Multi-purpose.
Old Bristol with asphalt was great.
This
concrete Bristol with the progressive banking sucks.
Yeah. Got to go back ways to get the peak. But yeah, that'll be a good first round. We're going from 10 to 8. 3 challenging racetracks. 3, go Darlington, Bristol, and then, yeah, they're all 3 very unique in their own way. So that should be good. But congratulations on the win tonight. And let's get your shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, first off, obviously, I got to thank God. Without him, I wouldn't be able to sit here and do this. I got to thank Chris for putting on a wonderful league, y'all for the wonderful broadcast, Ryko Performance, and Ken. If you need a setup, obviously, go look at him. Look what that thing put on. I'm not this good of a driver. Gossip Bus Lines and all our affiliated partners.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again. We'll enjoy the week off, and we'll see you back for race 1 of the playoffs.
See you.
Here with your runner-up tonight, Mike McConville started 4th. Finished 2nd tonight. Locked in the very first race of the season, way back at Daytona, 18 races ago.
Might as well be 10 years ago.
Right. Looking back on that was a very important win. We had 7 different winners. 3 got in on points. You would have been in on points either way. You were 2nd in the regular season standings with a hard-fought battle with Hunter Kent. But it would have changed the dynamics of the math entering tonight had you not gotten that Daytona win. But yeah, 18 starts, 1 win, 10 top 10s, incredibly consistent. Another great finish here tonight. And now attention turns towards playoffs.
That's what we're looking forward to. This was a run we needed. This here and North Wilkesboro were both P2s to that man that won tonight. I wish I could figure out what the hell that man has under the hood of that truck, because I was about a 10th or 10th and a half off of him and Hunter all night. So I was happy with a P3. Glad I somehow salvaged a P2. But man, I think we're going. What's the next race? Darlington.
You got a week off, and then we go Darlington, then Bristol, and then New Hampshire. So definitely a challenging first round.
Sounds like a fun first round. Because if I didn't step on it at Bristol, we had the field covered. So we're looking forward to Bristol. We got 2 weeks to get ready for Darlington, and they better watch out.
Yeah,
Life's becoming a little less hectic like it has been in the summertime. Haven't been able to practice and find all the secret cheese. So,
yeah.
but these last 10 weeks, man, they better watch out for this 8 truck. We're gonna get them.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's going from 10 to 8, so it's going to be a dogfight. It's literally 2 guys are going home, so you're going from 10 to 8, so it'll be a fascinating dynamic there. The one bad race doesn't kill you, so you just gotta, just be consistent. Go from 10 to 8, then obviously 8 to how do they do it? Trucks do it. Yeah, right from 10 to 8, and then 8 to 4. So, it gets right down to it after this first round. So,
One race we're not looking forward to. It's in that second round.
The Roval, but then you got Talladega right after that, so that's going to be just a world of chaos.
How'd you know it was the Roval?
Just a hunch from past statistics.
Hey, come October, we'll be very not busy, so we'll be putting a lot of practice laps in for the Roval.
There you go. But yeah, you are the runner-up in the regular season standings, so clearly got some speed overall over a wide range of races. So looking forward to it. Good luck in the playoffs.
Appreciate you.
And we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
First off, before I thank anyone, I gotta say happy birthday to my mom's. Her birthday was yesterday. I was really hoping, seeing Gossett and Kent pit, that I was gonna scam a win today from my mom.
Let a lot of laps. You got the truck on TV. You got the happy birthday message on the TV. So
yeah, and a lot of the guys saw the rear bumper of my truck, and they wanted me to tell Mom happy birthday. So Mom, from the league, the happy birthday to you. I'll be over tomorrow. Celebrate a little bit more. Thank you guys for coming on, doing the broadcast for this league. Hopefully the next handful of races are super exciting. I know Phoenix is going to be a brawl fest. That's what it was last year. I got to thank Outlier for coming on, sponsoring the league, being my primary setup shop. I got to thank American Legion of Cape May for coming on, sponsoring me, and my day job, produce place of South Jersey. Can't do it Really couldn't do it without them and their support. And got to thank Chris Claude for putting on this league, man. This is one of the most fun leagues I've ever been in.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again. Enjoy the off week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Darlington.
Appreciate you. See y'all in 2 weeks in the Lady in Black.
Here with your third place finisher tonight, Hunter Kent, and more importantly, for what he's concerned about, your regular season champion. 18 starts, the one win at Lime Rock, 11 top fives, and I'm sure even more top 10. So an incredibly consistent regular season, and it pays off with the regular season championship. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Big thing I want to point out is the first thing that you said right there, 18 starts. We've been here all season and competed in every race, and to come home with this, regular season championship feels good. It sucks that some of these guys coming in, read that stat again, 18 starts compared to somebody else's 9 starts, and they get a chance to race for the championship. So it's mind-boggling, but we're gonna do everything we can to go into these playoffs and try and win. The truck was just way too free there that last run. I made some changes, and coming to the field, it was tough, and I was sliding sideways, and I about wrecked it coming out of 4 at one point. But good win to Tommy, good run to Mike, and maybe we can take this top 3 and run into the playoffs and hopefully get it jump started the right way.
Absolutely, yeah. We got the off week, then Darlington, Bristol, and New Hampshire in the first round. We're going from 10 to 8, so that'll be super challenging. 3 difficult tracks, and yeah, should be an interesting one. But congratulations on the regular season title, and we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
First and foremost, you guys for putting on this broadcast each and every week. It's a lot of fun to go back and watch, kind of y'all's point of view of it, and listen to y'all's commentary is awesome. So big shout out to Chris for putting on this league. Without him, this league wouldn't be possible. Let's go with the colors on the truck. Southern Roots Productions. If you guys like YouTube and anything in the hunting world, go check us out on YouTube, Southern Roots Productions, and then Team Conti. Without Team Conti, I mean, I wouldn't be able to run as quick as we are. So it's been a fun journey, and regular season championship, 18 races, and to come away with I think 100-point lead. That's a big statement. So maybe us and Jeremy and Daniel, I think we all 3 made the playoffs. So Brittany Steers is going to come with the thunder, and maybe we can go get us a championship.
Absolutely. Congratulations again on the regular season championship, the podium tonight, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Darlington.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Art, any final thoughts on tonight's race and the regular season as a whole?
I mean, I somewhat, on the race, said it earlier, surprisingly clean for, what is a short track. Obviously dominated by Tommy Gossett. So
we'll see.
It's been a good season. I wish we got more of Gossett, so it's not, he's only got 9 races,
Right.
and I get it. Like, you never know whenever you're gonna join a league. It's like, hey, this league's really cool, and I've enjoyed it here. Not been much, controversial, and they've been aggressive, but not dumb,
not overstepping the line. Nothing. Just like, oh, it's ruined. We can't.
Things have happened,
right.
But it's not like
it's in a vacuum, isolated incidents overall. Some great racing.
I haven't been insulted yet. I personally haven't been insulted yet.
There you go.
So,
well, I insulted you
honestly,
in the NCAA football chat, so
that's different.
Well, anywho, but 9 lead lap finishers tonight. Yeah, it would have been a thrilling fight for the regular season championship if that was the case. Because Thomas Lloyd was getting up there, and obviously then he stopped showing up, and then Gossett picked up his banner for him and kept going for that kind of like friend group, teammate trio. I don't know. We don't see him in voice, so I don't know if they're still working together. I'm sure they are in some capacity, but that's the race results for 25 drivers tonight. Condolences to Rich Jett, the first man out of the playoffs. Last season's champion, Claude Furland, not going to have a chance to repeat, but there is all the way down to 25th. Ron Fitting did not start tonight. Yeah, we'll take a week off next Tuesday and be back for Darlington. We'll have the updated seating. We'll have all the playoff points allocated, and then we'll trim the field from 10 to 8. So looking forward to it. Appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Darlington. Y'all take care.